Hey there, beautiful people. It's Jayana, but you can call me Yoni. 38-year-old wife and stay-at-home mom of 2 beautiful girls embracing pregnancy after stillbirth. Journey with me in my 27-week bump as we create our first 3-layer burping cloth. To start off, I like to get my patterns off of Etsy. They're more affordable and cuter. 3 fabrics I'm using in order of the way you lay it before sewing are jersey knit, gauze, these 2 right sides facing each other, and then terry cloth. You can use whatever absorbent fabric you choose. The towel was just easier to get my hands on, but double gauze is good as well. After laying down my fabric, I clipped the edges, making sure everything was lined up. I'm good for leaving holes. Also want to make sure you leave space open to flip your fabric. And you see me double checking because I told you. I sew this up, flip my fabric, and still have a big ass hole. Lessons have been learned. Next, I'm going to thread my machine using white thread only. I'll add a different color for my bottom thread later on. Now let's get to sewing. I don't know what it is about a 5/8 inch seam allowance that got me in a chokehold, but that's what I always use. For some reason, it's just easier for me to follow along on my machine. Y'all know I can't see, and sometimes my foot would hit that damn pedal and boom, I done messed up something. Anyway, I sewed all around the edges of my cloth, but then when I got to the space that I needed to be open, I backstitched, lifted up my foot, moved my fabric over, backstitched again, and continued on with my business. After getting back to where I started, I backstitched again and boom, we were done. Now, if you're anything like me, after you're done, you want to go ahead and check your work. I've been doing good for myself, so no mistakes here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off the excess fabric, making sure I don't cut my thread to create any holes. Let's take a look at the space that we left open. This is what we're going to use to flip the fabric. Let's read my directions over and over again to make sure I got this right. I had to hold my top fabric in one hand, then my 2 back ones in the other, and flipped it out that way. And when you're done, you'll have the terry cloth in the middle. Let's go ahead and lay this on the table, smooth it out. Then we're going to take a look at the space that we left open, fold those in and put clips on it. Next, we're going to take this to the iron, doing a double check and making sure everything is smooth and laid to the gauze, okay? This is where I also had to go ahead and make sure I press down the opening. Now, because I have a different color on the bottom of my burp cloth, I'm going to use a thread that matches at the bottom, leaving my white thread at the top. This time, I'm going to use 1/4 inch seam allowance. Or I guess that's what I use, I don't know. Going all the way around our fabric, leaving no spaces, and back stitching when we're done. Now you're gonna cut off all that excess thread and check out this good work. I mean, it's not perfect, but for my first 3-layer burping cloth, I did the damn thing, okay? If you don't think so, just mind your business. I bought this horse fabric when I was pregnant with Trey, but I never got the opportunity to use it, so here we are. This was a requested series, and I hope to see you again on Sewing with Yoni, a stay-at-home mom who enjoys making handmade projects. Till next time, peace, y'all.